in the Select Committee and in the second reading.
Mr. Speaker.
I call Paul Goldsmith, 5 minutes, in reply.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and it does fill me with pleasure and gratitude to know that the Greens have supported and are offering to support this bill, as they did support me in the campaign during the election in Epsom. And it's nice to recall some of those moments of bipartisanship that I hoped to carry on when I got into Parliament. And so I know the Greens did very well. But debate has indeed focused on this question of when exactly an electronic communication is received by the offerer. And is it when he or she opens an email in his or her inbox, or a text, or when it arrives in the server, if there is a gap between the arrival in the server and when it is in the inbox, and similarly for text messages. And Mr. Mallard, way back when this was first brought to the House, was very strong on that point. And I do defer to Mr. Mallard on matters of criminal law, given his personal experiences there. But on matters of commercial law, I am not so sure. And so I just want to say that it may well be that it is best to include a definition of receipt in the legislation. And certainly it's my expectation that receipt refers to the arrival of an email or a text in the inbox rather than when the email or text is opened up. That would seem the logical way, because there might be months, as indeed my colleague Mr. Graham suggests, would open up the email before it's actually opened. So, but however, this matter is not as simple as it seems. The episode in February this year, for example, when Telecom cancelled the passwords of more than 60,000 Yahoo extra email accounts because it had believed that they'd been compromised by a cyber attack, and those people couldn't access their accounts for a few days, though presumably emails had arrived in the server and perhaps in the inbox, but they couldn't be accessed. So it may well be that it's best not to be too prescriptive in the legislation. And so I've had a few comments from legal practitioners on the topic and suggestions on how it may well best be achieved. And I think it's the best thing to do to send this off to Select Committee and to consider precisely how we deal with the question of receipt. Mr. Speaker, some members have been so unkind as to suggest this bill is rather minor in its ambition and perhaps not befitting a politician of such promise. But it is a small step, and it is a small step, and every little bit helps. And this bill is about maintaining that intricate lattice work of the rule of law that holds up and sustains capitalism in this country. And it is a small piece, and on that basis, Mr. Speaker, I do think it is a bill, and I'm very pleased that we have the support of the Greens and New Zealand First. I am shocked and dismayed that the Labour Party do not see fit to even send it to Select Committee to consider further, but that perhaps may reflect their rather negative mindset at the moment. And given the budget coming tomorrow and the good story that this government has, I'm not surprised that they are a little bit lost like sheep without a shepherd. But we will hear more about that tomorrow. But on that, coming back to this bill, I'm very pleased that it has such widespread support within the House, and it will continue to maintain and grow and sustain the contract law, which is so essential to this economy continuing to grow. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Members, this debate has concluded. The question is that the motion be agreed to. Those of that opinion will say aye. Aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. The ayes have it. Party vote's been called for. Ask the clerk for a party vote.
New Zealand National.
59 in favour.
New Zealand Labour.
First.
Green Party.
14 in favour.
New Zealand First.
7 in favour.
Māori Party.
3 opposed.
Mana.
1 in favour.
Act New Zealand.
1 in favour.
United Future.
1 in favour.
Brendan Horan.
1 opposed.
Members, the ayes are 83, the noes are 37. The motion is agreed to.
Transactions Contract Formation Amendment Bill, first reading.
The question is that the Electronic Transactions Contract Formation Amendment Bill be considered by the Commerce Committee. Those of that opinion will say aye. To the contrary, no. The ayes have it. Call on Members' Order of the Day number 3.
Dairy Industry